Evening, chaps and ladies, of course. How you doing? Good to see you all again. Oh, what a day. So, who have we got on YouTube first of all? Quick, have a little flick through. Scaling Models Mike, aka Dad. How you doing, chap? Wendy, hello. How you doing? Mike H, good to see you, fella. Again, I just saw you over on the John Paul's live. Fans of Cohen, how you doing, chap? Muse, hi Muse. Miguel, how you doing? And John, my dad, yeah, proper dad, on Facebook. Not Dad Mike, you know. How you doing, guys? So, what is it? What am I up to? Well, first of all, having a pint, drowning my sorrows, ready for the match after the live. So I'll be cutting it off when the live comes on, because obviously the football's on. All right, Warren, how you doing, fella? Good to see you. And Sprue and Glue, which is David. How you doing, chap? Right, we'll get on to this silly carry on we call it tank armor, whatever you want to call it. There we go. So we've got our second camera up there. Is it Tan? Mike, how you doing? Can hardly read the writing on my phone, so I have to lean right forward here. Got a tan going on, mate. Yeah, just a little. My tan's from my arms down and this bit of my neck and head. Because at work, when I'm having my lunch break, I'm sitting outside eating my lunch in the hot weather all week, and I've got tanned everywhere. But as soon as I take my top off, I'm like lily white, the rest of me, which is kind of daft. But there you go, that's what it is. Fred, we're not really bothered about the football. No, nor am I, mate. But I will watch it. But I thought I'd have a drink while I'm at it. So anyway, last time I was live, I was doing the black pads on the metal finish that we done on the tracks. Now that's the second one that I forgot to paint the black pads and quickly done it today. And here's how it looks on the tank. So there's the tracks there, and they went on really simple. And there they are there. And they come out really cool. And there's the back. So you can see all the pads look really smart like that. They will get dusted. I'm not going to dirty it. I'm going to dust it because I've got a hard surface to take the photos on. But it was actually really easy to do the tracks, right? Somebody said to me on Twitter, I think it was, that this piece here, I think it was, would bend with the tension of the tracks. Now, I did try a couple of times different ways of putting the tracks on, and it did start bending this, but then I found an easy way, and it's about removing that, because it all moves, the whole thing, the whole track moves now. So everything moves on it. Sure, you could put motors in it, I said before. So I pulled that off, put the rubber track on, and then put that on, and that gave it just the right positioning, which is what I'm going to do today under the influence, and hopefully it'll go well. So I've got my rubber track there. All right, my son, England to win. I hope so. Not bothered about the football. Boo. That's Panzer Cone for you, Warren. Good excuse for a few beers. Looking good, mate. Cheers, buddy. Evening, Stuart. How you keeping, fella? I know we were chatting earlier on. Mark Davey, how you doing, mate? How's the car getting on? So I'm going to keep pulling up my drink because I'm going to, like I say, drown my sorrows before the match. So anyway, to get that track on there like that, all nice with a rubber track, it was actually really simple. First of all, I super glued because it's rubber. So I put a drop of super glue in the centre there. I can get the glue out, that is, without getting it everywhere. And then I crimped it in like so. And I'm going to just give that a minute to dry. So I've just super glued the join there. It's got like an extra little bit and you crimp it in together. And then it comes out not too bad. Yeah, you go, you can see the double join there. Look. So I've just put a little drop of super glue on that with a rubber track. I'm just going to leave that a minute and have another swig. This is going to be fun, this live. I'm good, thanks, pal. Just work, work, work. I think I said last Friday, on Thursday there, I got called into work for day shift and blah, blah, blah. And I've been day shift all week, so... Evening, William. How you doing? But I'm back to evening shifts, so I'm back to getting my Fridays off. From next Friday, at least. That's looking sharp. Oh, cheers, Bill. How you doing, fella? I just got back from shopping and just about to put on my dinner. Chieftain's coming along well. Cheers, mate. I had a spicy pizza with chilies and all that lot, and it kind of set fire to my mouth. I sound piddled. Not yet, mate. Not yet. I will do later on. It'll take more than one to get me that way. So, I'll make sure I get my pads the right way around, because believe it or not, there is a right way and a wrong way on these things, apparently. Right. So, I want it that way round. Right. That. No. Come on, Freddy boy, think. Right. That way round. So, where's my joint? There's my joint. Try and make sure I'm in the camera view there. Right, so I've got my tracks there and I've got my little tank there. So I'm going to pop this one off. Like that. That one there. It's better work because it worked on the other side. But you know how it is for live. If it's going to go wrong, it'll be when you're live. And then what I did was I spun that wheel round there, a bit like on a bike chain, to get that one grooves in there like that, like you do on a bike. And then making sure everything's in the grooves, so you're not messing about with tension. And then I get that into position like that, and then I force it over where that pin is and get it like that, push it back on like that. It's, you see, the only thing I've noticed with tanks and everything else that you've got to be really careful of is all them silly little bits that are easy to break. So get that back in properly. That's it. It's a little bit fiddly, but it's the easiest way I found. There we go. And that should Do that. Push that down a little tiny bit. And there we go. Yeah. Simple as that. Get a bit to hold it without breaking it. Yeah. Both lined up spot on the back. Both lined up spot on the front. And it looks fine. And it still turns like it should on both sides. So there we go. Tank tracks are on. Our club metal and a little bit of black humble paint from them little silly little pots. And it worked out alright, luckily. Could have gone a whole lot worse when you're live right enough. Evening Graham, how you doing fella? Plastic Monkey Paul, how's Tricks? Ross Medlock, how you doing? Who else is there? Everyone's yapping away, so I don't know if I've missed anyone. Nope, that's everyone. Good stuff. Ice Queen. Oh, Ice Queen Sue, hi. I'm having a big swig too. Good man. I don't know who done a sad face there and all that just now, but not to worry. It is what it is. Evening Apple, how's Tricks? Fog. Oh, it's been gorgeous here all week. But it's started to get that miserable way. So, I guess next is the side skirts to put on. But they should be simple enough because they just clip in there like that. And then a little splodge of glue just to hold them in place. Obviously it won't go down like that when it's glued. That's just me. So what I'm going to do with that, I don't like using super glue on plastic because it goes brittle, but what I'm going to do is a tiny little bit on these pins. Just on there like that. Get that in position. Like that. And then push that down onto the pins. And hopefully that will get a hold of it. Cheers, Graham. All good fun. Hopefully that's got a hold of it in a moment. And then I'll get the trusty old Tamiya extra fin. Just put a tiny bit on the connections at the top there. Like so. Not bad for my first armour build. And I did say to someone this morning, it can be quite a shameful thing to say, but I'm kind of enjoying this build, which is a bit of a shocker for me. And there we go, that's on. If you remember on the pictures, there's a little flappy rubber thing added on that I'll probably do. But that's it, kit-wise. With my steel towing line and all that. Obviously, we've got all the hatches that open, and we've got all that other bit of fun called figure painting, which I cannot stand. But we shall rise above it, as you do. Thanks, Moose. All good fun. I don't know how good it looks, to be honest. It's a tank. What do I know? unless it's World War II aircraft or a car. I haven't really got much experience in anything else, so it's a fun challenge, courtesy of Ron, bless him. And I shall prevail. I won't let a bit of plastic beat me, that's for sure. Right, has that got it? Not quite. Just give it a second. That's got it. Yep. I'll whip a bit of the old Tamiya on there again. Tamiya works alright on this like this because sure it's got the aqua gloss, so it doesn't really affect anything, which is all good, as they say. Oh, sweet. I painted mine as if I'd been out on exercise on Salisbury Plains thread, all muddy and I thought about muddying it up and all that, but then if I muddy it all up and that, then you got to put it in a muddy thing and all that kind of carry on. So because I want like the metal where it's rubbing on this hard surface, you know, where you get that shiny metal edging. So my theory is I've got a little base that I use now and again that I made, if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. I have a little base here that I made a long time ago. You see that? But it's got, you see that, tufts of grass and weeds. And I use it now and again for like little models for photographs. So my theory is when I've finished making a pig's ear of this kit, my theory is to have it on a base kind of like that. So I want it kind of concrete finish, you know? So it'll be like that, and then when I take close-up photos, you'll get the tufts of grass, you know. So that's how I'm going to be doing it, more dusty than dirty, as in mud. The fun for me, well, not fun, the kind of nervous bit for me is going to be the figure painting. One, I don't like figure painting. Two, I'm not very good at it. And three, I'm doing it live. So that's the one for me. Having seen your Chieftain build, I'm going to buy another one as planned. I'll do what I suggested to you. I could hold out for a Tolkien kit, but sometimes the best is just to go for what you know. Just put a light spray of Tamiya buff and give it its dust effect, mainly along the side skirts and lower surface of the hull. That's what I would suggest. No worries, good stuff. I actually use chalk for dusting. Yeah, so I usually use chalk and I grind it down on a sanding stick, a bit like one of these kind of ones, and I dust with that. One, it's easy to remove again, and then once I seal it with a matte coat kind of thing, for me, that's the way I did my little, is it Saladin? I think it's called a Saladin, but that's what I use for that. And it come out really well. So just light dusting, and then I'm going to still do some more of the chipping on the boxes and the hatches and stuff like that. So you got a bit of metal showing through where it's wear and tear and all that lot. Pounds are going. The fun now is the weathering, true enough. And Mark looks excellent. Cheers, buddy. Thanks very much. Oh, cheers, Stuart. Yeah, I did a little. It was my only ever bit of armour. I say this is my first armour, right? This is my first proper armour. I did a little Saladin, or something it's called, and it's about that big. It's next to a Tamiya paint bottle, and a Tamiya paint bottle is massive compared to the size of this thing I've done. Um, there's pictures of it somewhere, so they're on my social media somewhere or another. But it was absolutely tiny, and when I built it, I didn't let anyone know what size it was, and everyone thought it was big and all that. And then when I put it next to the Tamiya bottle, they're like, "Oh my word, it's so tiny!" And I'm like, "Tell me about it." I can't even remember who made the kit, but needless to say, it was small and it was fun little thing. I can't get that hatch open. I'll get it open like so yeah. Anyway, so that's the plan of me. Anyway, I'm planning on just annihilating it a little bit more with some dust and chipping and stuff. So we've got the hatches open. So I'm trying to think what's next on this thing. We've got the tracks on. Better get the box out. See what's left on the instructions. I don't think there's much left. There's nothing really left in the box plastic wise, apart from some figures by the looks of it. So I think I'm pretty much there with all them bits. Oh yeah, I want to do the lights now. That's another thing I wanted to do, slightly different to what a lot of people do. So we'll do a little bit on that because I need to use crystal clear, and that'll take about 24 hours to dry before I start going on to other crazy stuff. Evening, Colin. How are you? Best of 67's workshop. How you doing, pal? What's that? Good suggestion for your next armour build. A Dragon Black Label Saladin in 1/35th. That would be great beside your Chieftain. Oh, another Saladin. That was crazy last time. That's when I realised and I actually learned about what these things were. You know, you smoke, what's it? That's when I first learned about what they were, was on that, because it had them and I didn't know what they were, and someone told me what it was. So, all good. I really need to try and bring that phone forward more instead of leaning right back over there, because I can't read that little writing. Willy Wings, how you doing, fellas? So, oh, that was good. Right, what was I going to do? Lights, that's right. So, according to this, I need, right, chrome silver. Is that black? It's the only thing I don't like about Tamiya. Very small writing. Right, apparently one of the lights is black for some reason, and one of them is chrome silver. So, obviously it's a light, and I want it to look right. So what I'm going to do, let my box of tricks here again. First of all, I'm trying to see if I can find a silver one. Not that one. Number 11 was silver in bundles, if I remember rightly. Just have a look. Oh, no, that's grey. Good stuff. Good to see you, pal. Number 11, there you go, that'll do me. So for my headlights, and I'm going to do this on the back lights too. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use a clamp. So stirring sticks, I just use bits of sprue, old sprue. So I'm just going to mix that up, because this won't take long to dry. And I can do the other bit that I want to do. What I'm going to do, I'm going to paint it the silver. It's going to look pretty crap just being silver. So my plan is paint these little lights silver. Right, there you go. Another look at my tracks there. Look at that. Right. So I'm going to need my big lamp for a minute. I'll put the speed on for a sec. Because I won't see them little circles for love nor money with this normal light. And which one is it? 2 outer ones. So I'm going to paint these little things silver. Like that. And that one. Just get that last bit. There. A little bit just there. Right. So I painted them. You can maybe see that they're silver. You probably just make that out. It's actually quite bright silver. You get it in the right light. 2 external ones. So once that's dry, I'm going to put a little drop of the microscale crystal clear on it, and that will give it like a lens kind of look in theory. And then on the back, I do believe that they're red. Which it doesn't tell you, which is not very handy. Right, it doesn't tell you anything on the back, which is kind of annoying to say the least. So I have to go back to my trusty photographs and see if I can find. No worries, Panda, you take care, fella, and I'll catch you again. No doubt at all about that. Right, backlights. Yeah, little red ones, that's what I thought. So, let's put a red paint there. Hopefully that's bright enough, red enough. Oh, that's a dried old pot. Orange. Any good? Yeah. Right. Now I've got a couple of little red ones to do at the back. I'm going to do the same thing with these. Hence why I'm trying to get them done right away. Right, and that's this one on either side. There we go. The There we go again. That's one. Slipped a little bit with a brush there, but that's fine. I can sort that after. These things happen. Right, two. Now you can see that little red dots there. One there, one there. Right. What else have we got to do? Trying to see what else I've got to do on here. There is another light actually. I do believe that front one's a light. Let's have a look at my photos I've been using. Right, none of them are showing me. So I could be wrong here, but I do believe that this up here is a light. Pretty sure of that. But again, it's not telling me on the instructions. For some reason it says flat black. Why would that be black? Looks like a light to me. I used to have a mag light like that till Halika took it, a dislike to it and broke it, so now I rely on a head magnifier with built-in light source. Yeah, I've got one of them somewhere, but with my eyesight it's only got one lens in it because this side, forget it. So anyway, so I suppose that's that and that's that for a minute. We've got our little red light on there, which is all good. It's the commander's searchlight. All right. For some reason, Tamiya's saying paint it black. Now, that doesn't kind of make sense to me. I will have to look into that a bit better, because I would have imagined that that would have been like a light, you know. Figures. Oh no, I hate figures. Can't stand figure painting. And especially when you're live. It's definitely all that's left on the sprues, so that's a good sign. So we'll assemble these figures. We'll get the jerry can done. Sure, I've got the little jerry can that I've not done yet. I might actually leave it kind of the colour, so it's just a slightly different green, and then just like a little bit of dry brushing maybe. We'll see how I feel. So let's get these little chaps assembled. This is gonna be fun. And I know on the instructions it's a body and 2 legs and blah blah blah, but I'm still gonna double check them. Construction of your figure. Right. Uniforms are green, belts are black, and boots and helmets are khaki. Well, they got no boots. They're kind of like half figures. That guy there, he's not even got any arms really. He's just kind of like been put through a Harry Houdini thingy-majig. But cool. So green uniforms, I guess that would be like olive drab. Belts are black and the helmets are khaki. Cool. So I need to put this lamp on. I'm struggling to see it. Believe it or not. Right, start off with this. E33. This chap here. We'll get them assembled and then we'll see. Right, so we've got E33. '31. On that. We've got E32. That and E11. 8, 9, 10, 11. Little tiny radio for him to hold. All good. Right, there's figure number 1. And then we've got E43. Put that one there. 44. That. 43, 44, and 42. This one. There you go. That's 32. 31. A little radio above it. Keep them in order like that. I know what I'm doing. And then I want D33. A, B, C. E. A. E. Oh. The old lager's kicking in, look. I couldn't find D and it's there on the bench. And this little fella with no body at all. There you go. Hey, what's up with the Modellers United website? I can't get past the verification with either edge. Right. Go. What you got to remember is instead of https // whatever and then Modellers United, just put in www. Modelers United United.co.uk, and you'll get in no problem, mate. It's if you click one of the links where it's only got HTTPS Modelers United, it won't work. You need to have the www dot first. If you have that, it'll work no problem, pal. For some reason, some of the social media, when you put a link up, it removes the www dot bit and it won't work. But that's what it is, pal. Cheers, fellas. Again. Right. Figures. Then we've got this little chappy here. And we've got his little army sticking up like that. Right. This is going to be fiddly. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the glue on first. I know it's capillary action, blah, blah, blah. If you put a little dollop on like that first, a good little dollop, then it softens the plastic and gets it to hold how you want it to hold. Like that, you see? Quick as that. Rather than trying to hold it and then trying to put the Tamiya extra fin on. Put a little pool of it. It softens the plastic, and when you put it together, then it melts the plastic and holds it together good. Sorted, Fred. No worries, pal. All good. That's all it is, mate. Sometimes the links come up and it's HTTPS or whatever and misses out the www dot. That's all it is. If it happens to anyone else, just stick the www dot and it's all good. Right, so we need to stick his other arm on. See, there's a microscopic little seam line there where it's when they've molded it. So we'll need to sort that out, but we'll do that once they're all together. Mainly because I won't be drinking the day I do that. Right. I think a lot of figures you end up with a seam line anyway, so it's just one of them things. So there we go. There's chappy number one. Pretty much. I'm going to sit him down and let the glue dry. And then we'll tidy him up and all that afterwards. There's the first one. Get him to focus. And he's going to hold a little radio once that arm's dried off a bit. That one we don't need to do nothing with. And then this one, he's got his arms crossed as if he's got the ump. 44. That side. Okie dokie. Eating noodles. My friend Noodles, David, over on Facebook. He's one of my workmates. Hope your trip in Arran was great, mate. Hope you and the missus enjoyed it. So we've got his arm on there like that. Well, time for Puppy to go home across the landing, blah, blah, blah. No worries, Apple. You take care, pal. Get this little other arm on. How you figure painting guys deal with this is unreal. Because it's an absolute nightmare, all this figure larky. Got a little lump there. Sand that down a bit. Yeah. Just trying to get his other arm on. Right. that, because you can see he's kind of like my missus. He's got his arms crossed, kind of, kind of attitude. I guess he's just leaning on something or whatever, but. So we've got the chap leaning, the chap that will be on his walkie-talkie when I glue it in, and then I guess the little chap that's doing the driving. Yeah. Once the glue's dry in a minute, I'll chuck them in, just to see what they'll look like. But back to this for a minute. Evening, Sean. Does he look grumpy? Yeah, probably, mate. I don't know what his job is. Let me see on the picture. No, I think he's just going to be bored, mate. He's a chap there, look, with his arms folded. So I think he's just going to be, are we going that way, really? Kind of attitude. Whereas the little fella down there, man, there's hardly anything of him, that. So, all good fun. And trust me, my figure painting's not going to be as good as what that picture shows, that's for sure. Right. I'll get this little radio in his hand. This is going to be a tweezer job. Hopefully no carpet monster carry on. Try and get that in his hand. Why they didn't mould this into that part, I've got no idea. They could have quite easily moulded that into the hand, but they thought it would just really annoy us modelers a little bit and put it separate. There we go. Little chaps holding the radio there, you can see that. Chatting away, talking a load of crap probably. Seems he's in charge. That I've posted on your Facebook page in my latest project I'm building. No worries, Graham. Good man. I'll have a look at that when I'm done. I can't kind of look while I'm thinking. A nifty kit, yeah, Bill. It's a really good kit. Evening, David. David Gowdy, that is. How you doing, pal? Yeah, I'll check it out, mate. I haven't, because of work and the hours and everything else, I don't get much chance on social media. So people send me photos, that's great, because I get to see them. Even if it's in my lunch break, I can have a quick look. Because I just don't get time for anything else really at the moment. Oh, but wives tend to have rolling pins out of reach just in case you're home late. Yeah, that's true enough. So I'm gonna stick these little chaps in here just to see how they're gonna be. Oh right, now you see, I see. Look, what they've done is we have. Can you see in there? There's little platforms there that for them to sit on. That's what they've done. So that's why they're half bodies and all that lot. A little platform on there as well. See that? Inside that hole there. There it is. So that little chap, when he's done, will go on. Oh, we'll go on there like that. I can get this in there without knocking everything over. Open the hatch. This little chap leaning on the hatch. And this little bugger in here literally is just his head showing. Get him to sit right. Right, he's one that you're going to need to glue in to keep him sitting right. But it should look a bit like that without them all moving about, obviously, once we've got them painted. You can see better on the other camera. I'll have a look. Try the other one. Camera one. There you go. So it should off. Be like that. There you go. That's the best we're going to get it. Hi Edward, how are you? Yeah, so that's my little chaps in there. So obviously we're going to have to paint them, do what we've got to do. Not let them fall out like that would help. So I think what I'd do to start with, what's the time? 52, right? I'll leave the glue to dry, right? And we'll clean them up next week. And we'll paint them up. And stick them in. Because it's 52 minutes past. And I know that the old football's on. And a lot of people will be wanting to watch that. So next week, we'll get the little figures done. Little pile of figures in the palm of my hand there. And the jerry can. We'll get that dry brushed and get them done. And then we'll just start weathering and chipping and whatever else you want to say and call it. So that's where we're at. We've got the tracks on the side skirts. There's the tracks there looking sweet. I mean, it's hard to believe that that's black rubber. And then it ended up like that. We've got just enough time. I just remembered them lights are done now, the paint. So I'm just going to quickly put a dollop of this on, crystal clear, to give it a lens look. Next week it should be nice and dry and ready to go. I'm going to need to use this again for a second. See what I'm getting it. Come on. Oh, getting a pain. That one is. It's too much. No. Oh, come on, Freddy boy. Cut the end off. It's the easy way. This one. It looks like I'm putting glue on it, but it's not. It's, I'll just give it that shine of a light lens. Just a little. Yep. Oh. Sorry. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's little white dollops there. And that'll dry crystal clear and give it like a shine to it. Hopefully. And make it look like the glass on the lens. That's the theory. Camera one. They're all good. There she is. In all her glory so far. And like I say, we'll get on with the figures and everything else next week. No worries, Apple. You take care, pal. And I'll see you all soon. So that's me. It's 57. The football's on in a minute. So cheers for popping by and watching. Thanks for the thumbs up, the likes and all that carry on. I shall be back again next Saturday for sure. Next Friday I'm not sure, but next Saturday for sure. 7 o'clock. We'll probably keep going on this now because there's not much left on it. And we'll get some of the weathering and all that carry on done. And then once that's done, we'll go back to alternating, but it'll be the Spitfire double build and the Turpits. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and keep in touch. Send a message, whatever. You know how to get hold of me. And I shall see you next week at 7 o'clock. So thanks for the thumbs up and all that. It really is much appreciated, as you know. It's annoying with this work carry on, but it is what it is. So take care, stay safe, and I shall see you all soon. Bye for now.